All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Triple D Hot Takes, the college week one show. So Kyle and Garrett are here, and so let's get this thing started.
All right, so I just want to say how excited we are to be back and talking about one of our favorite sports here, college football.
Oh yeah.
And I just love the atmosphere, man. It's just nothing tops it. I just love college football. I know some people are NFL fans and love that game, but I don't know. College football is just something special, and the traditions just live on forever. You really can't match that.
Yeah.
And that's all I got to say about some college football, and that's what we're here to talk about, baby.
Oh yeah. Well, let's get it started,
Yeah,
y'all,
let's
let's see what we got going on.
Yeah, let's get rolling. So first off, we're going to talk a little bit about this weekly recap. So last week, one of the bigger games, Iowa State, Kansas State, both two really competitive Big 12 teams, both came in ranked. Iowa State ended up winning that game 24-21. And I mean, it started off very rough. 4 turnovers, first half, 2 fumbles from each team. They went in at halftime 7-7. Looked a little rough. Iowa State, I think, played a lot better in the second half, took control of the game, played better offensively, and then they were able to ice the clock at the end of the game, getting a first down when it was 4th and 3 on their side, or on Kansas State's side of the field at the 15-yard line. I think it was 2 minutes left. Got the first down and then ran out the clock. Won the game 24-21. What did you think of that game, Kyle?
I really enjoyed it, man. It was up and down, man. It really was some great cinema there, man. It was,
and in Ireland too.
yeah,
I mean,
nothing matches a little Ireland, man.
Yeah.
Get the foreigners involved. And just loving some college football, baby. Just get it. What a great start for a great season.
Yeah, I think.
And it wasn't either a blowout game. It was actually a great matchup, and I knew it would be because it's two powerhouses going against each other.
Well, I mean, it's crazy to think that week 0 pretty much had a game in Ireland that could decide who wins the Big 12 championship, because those are two of the better teams in the Big 12. So I think that was really fascinating. But yeah, and so I think now we're going to talk a little bit about our game of the week, the biggest game of the year so far, obviously in week 1. But the most exciting game, I think, that we're all very ready for, highly anticipated, Ohio State and Texas. So go ahead, Kyle, take it away.
The Ohio State, in
The
Texas.
Ohio State.
Okay, come on,
Former national, or last year's national champions. Don't forget that.
Yeah, when talking about this game, so we got it coming on at Saturday, 11 a.m., man, I believe on Fox.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a wild one at the Horseshoe.
In the Horseshoe, yes.
So, it's a little, Texas is going to have to bring the heat, man, when they're going away for this game. They got Arch Manning. Hey,
everybody knows about
don't
Arch
sleep on
Manning.
Arch Manning. Come on. This is going to be a good game. I love Arch Manning. He's a great quarterback. Oh my God, what's the word? He's very great with his feet, and he can really take off if he has
versatile.
to. He showed, very versatile. He's very versatile when it comes to that stuff. And he is. Let's see if he can accomplish the goal that many quarterbacks haven't in a while, which is getting the national championship if he gets there enough. And let's see if he can lock it up and do good with this Texas team, because you got some great players coming back, great offense coming back, really. And then the defense is stacked too, basically, and it's going to be a great game overall.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing... I'm very excited for this game. If you don't know me, I'm a huge Ohio State fan. I've been a bandwagon Ohio State fan when I was 5 years old. Absolutely diehard Ohio State. But also growing up here, growing up in San Marcos, Texas, I love the Longhorns. I was a huge Longhorns fan.
Oh yeah.
This is the first, I think this is probably the second or third kind of area or time frame of my life where Ohio State and Texas actually played each other. They did back in 04, 05, 06, and now last year in the playoffs, and then this year, first game of the season. So really cool for me. I mean, it's hard for me to pick a favorite when it comes to that, but I will say this. I think Ohio State and Texas on paper are two of the best teams in the country by far. Texas, I think on paper, looks a little bit better right now, but Ohio State's playing at home. They have a little bit. I think Ohio State's got a lot of young guys, but obviously these are two of the best recruiting schools in the country, so it'd be very interesting. We got Julian Sayin as Ohio State's new quarterback coming in. It's going to be interesting to see how he handles the offense, how he runs the offense this first game. But my big thing is defense. I think both these teams have a lot of key returning defensive players that are really going to make a huge stand in this first game. I wouldn't be surprised if it's 7-3 going into halftime. I think, you know, how the first game of the season, it's going to be a little sloppy. It's going to be ugly, but both of these defenses are top tier. So, yeah. And then, you know, Ohio State's got Jeremiah Smith, the best receiver in the country, in my opinion. Obviously dominated last year as a freshman. He's going to be great. And then on the defensive side, Sonny Styles playing defensive end linebacker. And then Caleb Downs, I think, one of the best players in the country, by far the best defensive player in the country last year at free safety. This man, he tackles well, he hits hard, and he plays great pass coverage. So, yeah, what else you got for us about Texas?
Yeah,
Ohio
Texas
State?
Longhorns, man, the key players I got for this game is, like, to watch out for is definitely Wisner, the running back. He's explosive, and he can really set the tone, baby. He could get this one going, and we need those yards. You got to have a good run game and a good pass game, but you got to establish the run first. Like, you got to keep it going. Like, and I just love the way he runs the football, and watch out for this man running the football on Saturday. And then we got on defense, we got a stud here. We got Anthony Hill Jr. He's leading the linebacker. He's a linebacker for Texas, and he's there for every tackle. And last season he had 8 sacks last season. Yeah. So he's a key player to watch out for, and he's
very experienced.
He's gonna be really good. And he's always gonna be on tackles by himself. I'm telling you, he's gonna get a lot of tackles.
I like Colin Simmons too, playing defensive end last year as a freshman. He's a sophomore now. He's gotten the experience from last year. Really good player on the defensive side of the ball for Texas. I think this Texas defense is really going to be the key to their team. And last thing I'll point out is I always feel like Texas has kind of been running back you. Texas has had some dominant running backs. They've had really good offensive line work. Running the ball has been really successful at Texas. But then Ohio State, you got receiver you. Ohio State's got the best receivers. I think Ohio State has the best receiving core with Jeremiah Smith and all the other, I think Ennis is one of them, and Cardell Tate. So really great receivers there. So yeah, let's go on to our next segment here. We're gonna talk a little bit about each conference. You know, who we think
projections.
Who we think's gonna look good in each conference and such. So let's start off with the ACC, Kyle. We got the ACC. We got some powerhouse school or teams, I think, and then we obviously have some lower.
Yeah, like some teams like I would sleep on. Like definitely that could definitely shock everybody. As North Carolina is one of them. I feel like North Carolina can definitely step up and would be a great team to actually be like, oh my God, they're actually really good. They're not just a basketball school, right?
Yeah, and their schedules works in their favor. Their schedule's very easy. They're playing a lot of the lower end ACC teams.
But that's when it gets to an issue though. When you get to the playoffs, you may be playing all these other teams, and then you haven't played a great SEC school or something, and then you just get absolutely destroyed, and you just can't compete with those type of athletes, really. Yep. It all comes down to that with great coaching, too, with those bigger colleges. But, yeah, I got North Carolina definitely being a great, sleeper pick. And then definitely another team, I would sleep on is SMU. SMU is going to be one key team that I really like that may shock people this year. But who I got winning it all, let's see.
Yeah, who would you take winning
in the
ACC
championship?
right now?
I'm definitely going to take Clemson. They got a lot of veteran players. You got a leading quarterback, a quarterback that is a veteran of the game. He's a senior. And Cade Klubnik is going to be one kid. He's going to be a great kid to watch. And I definitely have him in the Heisman race this year. Cade Klubnik he's a Texas born, so you already know he's good. Come on.
He's a Westlake kid.
Yeah, he's a Westlake. Come on. We all love Texas football here, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think picking it back off of that in the ACC, Clemson right now is the team that everyone's hyping up, the team to beat. I know ESPN loves Clemson right now. I think Clemson is going to be the team to beat in the ACC coming into this year. I just don't see them winning it, actually. I don't see them doing as well as everyone's thinking they are. I think they're going to be good. They'll probably get an ACC championship. I see them losing an ACC championship. I think Miami's got really good potential. I just think Miami's defense isn't going to be up to standard just like last year. Really? Yeah, I think Miami's defense is going to be their low spot for sure. I do like North Carolina. Bill Belichick coming in. That's going to be huge to watch Bill Belichick take over this North Carolina team. But I'm a big SMU guy. I live up in Dallas right now. I've kind of hopped on the SMU bandwagon the last few years, so I'm pulling for SMU. I say they're going to be my sleeper pick. And teams I think that aren't going to be very good is actually going to be like Florida State. I think Florida State is going to have another rough year. That's my projection. And then a team like Louisville. Louisville's had some decent seasons in the past. I just don't see them making too much noise in the ACC. But yeah, I have SMU upsetting Clemson in the ACC championship. The problem with SMU though, SMU is going to have to play Clemson and Miami during the regular season later on in the season, which those games might be rough. They might lose a couple, but if they can get an ACC championship and then hopefully get the upset and win the ACC.
So what you're saying is you got Clemson and SMU in the championship.
ACC
That's exactly
championship game,
how I have it. But I like SMU, Texas team, but I like Clemson winning that one. But I don't like Clemson because they're playing LSU the first week.
yeah, which we'll get into there. All right, now what do you think about the Big 12? Which, in my opinion, when it comes to the Big 12 itself, I think is the most competitive conference in itself.
Yeah, like
I
anything
think
can
any
happen,
team
bro.
and anyone can win any weekend in the Big 12 for sure. So yeah, what are your takes on the Big 12?
Man, the Big 12 is a toss-up to me. But if I had to jump straight into it right now, BYU's got some huge shoes to fill. Because after their quarterback left, which we all love their quarterback, God, that man was amazing. They had him on College Game Day last year once. Because he is Jewish, but he did go to a
Brigham Young University,
a Mormon school, which he loved the tradition and all that. But then he had to end up transferring after that, which they lost a huge key. But look for BYU to be decent this year. Like, that is one underdog. But after them losing a veteran quarterback like that, I don't know how they'll do anymore with a great leader like that. But I got BYU being a good underdog, good sleep pick, because let's see how they're going to handle that and how they're going to move forward on with that instead of just stopping at, oh, they lost a great quarterback. Like, how are they going to push on forward after that, really? But I like, let's see, let's jump straight into it. Let's go Big 12, Big 12 championship. I'm going to have to go with it. Let's go Texas Tech, guns up. I go there right now. Let's go with them. I got them, and let's just toss it up. Let's go Cyclones. I got Iowa State.
Wow, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Dang, that's actually who I was gonna say as well. So when it comes to the Big 12, like I said, I think it's the most competitive conference. I don't like BYU as much as Kyle does. I think BYU is actually one of my sleeper teams. Like, you can sleep on them. I don't think they're going to be as good as last year. Arizona State's got a good chance. I think Arizona State's bringing back a lot of good players. They're bringing back their quarterback. Arizona State's a team I wouldn't sleep on yet. And then I even think a team like Baylor can make some noise in the Big 12. Don't be surprised to see Baylor in contention for the Big 12 title at the end of this. But I'm kind of on you. The way Texas Tech has managed the transfer portal, how many transfers they brought in, how much NIL money they got going right now, Texas Tech is going to be, I think, the Big 12 champion for this year and then many years to come. I think they're building up something really big. They got the NIL money. They're getting all these recruits that they've never gotten before. So I kind of agree with you. I think it's going to come down to Iowa State and Texas Tech in the Big 12 championship. But I think I would go Texas. I'm pulling for Texas Tech. And I think they're going to be able to pull it off this year. It's just the problem with Texas Tech, you know this, is their consistency. You never know which Texas Tech's going to show up on a week-to-week basis. You know they're going to keep it close no matter what they're doing. But, yeah, I'm pulling for Texas Tech in the Big 12. All right, let's jump up to the Big 10, more of the
Big 10.
The Big 10, the
Big 10.
the big power conference here.
Sleeper picks is kind of interesting. Like, who are some underdogs in the?
Yeah, I mean, because I feel like the Big 10 is very power heavy. The big schools, the big teams, they kind of run it. You know who the good teams are.
Big Four,
and then,
really.
Yeah, after that, it kind of drops off pretty drastically. I mean, we've seen a little bit of noise last year from Indiana.
And
Even Illinois wasn't too bad last year.
I got them two as my underdogs. I got Indiana and Illinois making some noise still.
Yeah,
I think they have a great chance of still making some great compared to other teams. Like, God, some of the other teams are like dropping off the edge, but I for sure got Illinois and Indiana making some huge noise. Like, they got, I want to say either one of the teams have both, or one of them definitely have a quarterback coming back that's decent. I want to say that for sure as a veteran player, but definitely the teams to watch out for is the Big Four. I think I'll call them the Big Four. I got the Ohio State Buckeyes,
the Ohio State,
and then I got Penn State, Michigan, and Oregon. Yeah. I definitely got them as my Big Four. But if I had to watch a championship go down, it would be Ohio State and Penn State all the way. I got them flat out. I think no one can compete with them too. Penn State's got a great quarterback coming back. I got him in the Heisman race because he is a great quarterback.
Yeah, Drew Allen.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Ohio State has a lot of good key players that you got to watch out. This defense is no joke. Their defense is loaded. And they're building their team around, God dang it, Burns. They're building their team around Burns right now, and I love the way that they're building their team. And they got a great young team that are like getting great experience, so they're going to be good for a while. You ain't stopping Ohio State for a minute. Like
It also helps when you get some of the best recruits in
Yeah.
the country consistently, and that's what helps them stay at the top and everything. But
always.
yeah, no, I like that. Obviously, I'm a big Ohio State fan. I think Ohio State's got a good chance of winning the Big Ten this year. I think this is the year where they're going to beat Michigan. They're going to go down to the Big House and beat Michigan this year. I'm saying it now because last few years have been rough when it comes to that. But yeah, a team like Michigan, they got a new freshman quarterback. He was the number 1 recruit in the country. He's going to be pretty good. I think Michigan's going to be decent. We know their defense is usually pretty good. I think Oregon and Penn State are going to be good teams. I don't think Oregon's going to be as good as they were last year. I think they'll lose a couple more games this year. But Penn State's going to be a scary team. I always say this about Penn State. Penn State's is a really good team that can't beat Ohio State. And until they beat Ohio State, they might have a chance to win a national championship. But I don't see that in the near future. I also think there's some teams like USC, Lincoln Riley's out there. They're definitely on the hot seat at USC. They need a good season. I wouldn't be surprised to see them do better than usual. And a team like Indiana, I believe their schedule's pretty weak once again this year. So I see them doing well. I just don't know if they would be well enough to get in the playoffs or anything like that once again. But yeah, I have Ohio State winning the Big Ten, and I think it'll be close between them and Penn State.
Hey, but the real question is, can Ohio State get past Michigan?
I think this is the year. This is the year Ohio State's going to beat Michigan. I think this senior class is tired of losing to Michigan. I don't think they've ever beat Michigan, and they need a pair of gold pants.
Oh, and I'll be tired of losing
So,
to them. Like I'll be
yeah,
like,
no,
it's
that-
time to get over the hump. Like
After last year's fiasco and everything at the end of the game, I think there's no way Ohio State loses to Michigan, especially when Ohio State.
how do you
should
win the
be better
national
team.
championship and then
Yeah.
you just can't get over that hump, like that little hiccup?
Well, I mean, I also think that game really set them up for the playoffs. After that game, Ohio State was completely dominant in almost every game they played. They were so angry.
they took everything serious.
They
after
took
that.
everything to heart, and they gave everything they got, and that's why they ended up being the 2024 national champions. So
Okay, that's crazy.
2024,
We could jump into
2025.
SEC.
All right, let's talk about SEC,
favorite
baby.
conference, right? The powerhouse. Okay, I'm telling
Everything's
y'all.
bigger than the SEC. Huh?
SEC is the standard. If you make it to the SEC, like you can just relax after that. Really, no, like I don't know how Mississippi State's still in it, but yeah, but yeah, no, we could talk about some good like some teams. Underdogs. Florida's got some great returning people coming back, and they have a great quarterback. I love their quarterback. He's very versatile, and he could really like run with the ball and take off. Like you're talking about a great kid, and they have some good wide receivers coming back. I really like Florida being a great underdog and upsetting a lot of teams. Like last year, like towards the end of the season, Florida was just throwing everything because like they were like, "What's there to lose?" And then they started upsetting almost everybody. Like really,
Yeah,
like,
especially when
Florida is a
their
great-
quarterback was healthy, they were
Yes.
they were a really good football team. Like, some of the games I think against Texas blew them out, but their quarterback wasn't
yeah.
healthy. So, anyways, continue.
I'm not even a huge fan of Florida because I'm an LSU fan, but I really didn't mind watching Florida. Like I really did not mind watching Florida and watching them upset people, especially when they're upsetting like A&M or somebody's upsetting A&M. I love it. Like who doesn't? But yeah. God, I could talk about LSU all day. That's my team. Now, that's my go-to. I love LSU. We got a great quarterback coming back. We got Garrett Nussmeier. I got him in the running for Heisman. Now, that is a veteran quarterback, but what is he going to bring to the table this year? He hasn't really – well, he's proven himself in past seasons, but is he going to take it to the next level to actually secure and get themselves to a playoff or to get them to a national championship? And I'm ready for this LSU team. They can step up. They have the weapons. And they need to step up and do good this year. They got to. I don't care who they're playing against. It's the SEC, and I know it's competitive, but y'all just got to suck it up and let's go win a dang game and be some athletes out there. But I can talk about Texas, too, all day. I love Texas. Yeah. I'm a Texas all the way. I love UT. God, I bleed UT at this point. I love the orange and everything, man. We live down the road from Austin. Gotta love the atmosphere there, man. It's just a great program that Stark is starting up there, and I just love it. Like, Steve Sarkisian is, God, he has one heck of a program there. And
Yeah, and I mean, just to piggyback off that, I think Sarkisian's built a program that's going to last. It's a program that's supposed to be dominant for many, many years. I see Texas being on top for a while now, but yeah, go ahead, continue.
And I would love for Texas to bring back that national championship.
It's the year.
Hey, because guess where I will be? I'll be in Austin partying right with them, baby. Because it's down the road. It's very convenient.
Yep.
It would be nice, but God, LSU. I got in my final two in the championship. I got Texas and LSU, and I got LSU winning it all.
Oh, the SEC?
Yep, I got them winning the SEC championship.
But you got Texas winning the national championship?
No, I got LSU.
What? Oh, you're crazy. Ain't no way.
I got LSU. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't
Not
say it.
so fast.
Not anywhere fast, you know.
SEC.
Who you got winning? No, I'm joking. Texas State? No, I'm joking. I'm giving a hard time.
Yeah.
State.
It's all the
Hey,
mom.
we're in it to win it, right, baby? Let's go. Eat 'em up, Bobcats. Let's go. Yeah, that's right here, man.
Right.
Right here.
Yeah, I like when it comes to the SEC, you know, I really agree about the Florida. I think Florida is the team to watch out for. I actually see Florida getting in the playoffs this year. I think Florida is a scary team. I think Texas plays in week 5 or 6, which that'll be a really good game, and it's in the swamp. So that's going to be a scary game for Texas if you ask me. I think that's one of their big tests after Ohio State. But yeah, I think even a team like Alabama's going to have a good team. They always get great transfers. Great transfers, great recruits. Kalen DeBoer's, it was his first year last year. It was a little rougher than people were expecting, but I see Alabama bouncing back. Georgia's going to be good again. LSU's a team. LSU and Texas A&M are very similar in my opinion because I think they're both very average teams. They're good teams that don't rise up to the occasion. Sorry, A&M and LSU fans, but I don't see LSU or A&M making it into the playoffs or having that great of a year. I mean, I think they'll kind of be like they have been in the past, which is like 8-4 or 9-3. I just don't see A&M and LSU pulling it out this year. It'll be interesting to see how A&M does respond though with not Jimbo Fisher. Elko. Yeah, Mike Elko, I believe is the head coach there.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see him in his second year and what he does with that A&M team. Because obviously, in my opinion, A&M and LSU are two of the biggest colleges in the country that is just starving for a national championship. I mean, they are begging and pleading. They need a good winning season, and they've been close, but they haven't had it recently. So I like Florida. Team I think that's not going to be as good this year, and I think it's going to have a pretty rough season, even though they're ranked right now and they're getting hyped up, is Oklahoma. I don't think Oklahoma's going to be all that good this year. I think they're coming in ranked 18th or something right now. I'm like, nah, there's no way.
Yeah, they got an eye-opening experience last year. Oklahoma really was like, I was like, well, it's a whole different level moving up to the SEC, and they got the opening for that.
Yeah, but how do they beat Alabama?
And then they still beat Alabama by
that was crazy
by more than 10 points. Or I think it was 20-something points.
Yeah,
they killed them, dude. Yeah.
I mean, I think the SEC is getting where it's so competitive. They upset each other every dang week, and then it's hard to actually.
It's like the Big 12.
It's hard to make a playoff run kind of thing. But yeah, I like Texas. I think Texas is going to win the SEC this year. I think they go down in Athens, Georgia, and they're going to beat Georgia. So, and then they might slip up, I think, one game this year. I'm hoping not, but you know, Texas has kind of had a problem with consistency in my opinion. So if they can play consistent, solid football as they should, and Arch is playing well, then I think Texas is going to have no problem winning the SEC this year. But yeah, I think it's going to be very hard to get out of the SEC this year with less than 2 losses. I think almost every team will have 2 losses or more. So that's my kind of projection there. And then, you know, when we look at college football as a whole this year, I mean, is there any teams that kind of really stand out to you, Kyle, or any team that you really, you know, thinking is going to do really well, maybe get surprised and make it in the playoffs or anything?
Yeah, for sure. I got the biggest one of them all has got to be Texas Tech. They went out this offseason and they picked up some huge transfers. One of the best transfer class for sure that has ever walked through Texas Tech before. Like this class is no joke. Texas Tech is not a team to sleep on. They got money and they used it right. Yep. And they know how to pay the right people to come there. And as long as all of them can work together, this team is something to watch. I'm telling y'all, if they actually came together and they bond and all that in great brothership or brotherhood, they will do great when it comes to game time. I'm telling you, Texas Tech is no joke. Like, they have money down there. They have money over there. I'm telling y'all.
Yeah. Oil money.
I got Texas Tech
oil money
making the playoffs this year.
Okay. No, I like that.
That's hands down, and they're gonna have a better season than last year for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
like how can you not? Like,
yeah.
all you gotta do in the Big 12 is just win the game. Like, it's gonna be competitive, but at the same time, it's not like you're playing SEC schools. Like, it's gonna be a hard schedule, but it's not terrible. Like, you definitely have a route to get there.
Yeah,
especially with the first couple of games they have of the season. You gotta be able to execute. Like,
I do like, and I agree a lot with that and with Texas Tech, and I think another team that is going to surprise some people this year, like I mentioned earlier, and you kind of talked about, was Florida. I think Florida is going to be a team to watch out for. I like them a lot. Yeah, and I mean, I'm very big on I think it's Ohio State, Texas. Notre Dame's probably going to have another good year. They got a new quarterback coming in who I think is going to take them some time. I think Notre Dame's going to start off the season very rough and look pretty nasty, but by the end of the year, I really like what Marcus Freeman's doing up in Notre Dame. I mean, watching him through the playoff run last year, I mean, he's a dang good coach, and I really have a lot of respect for him. So Notre Dame's a team I see making the playoffs again, and I think this is going to be another year where it's going to be very SEC Big Ten driven. They're going to be the top mark schools. They're going to fill up a lot of the playoff spots, and so I'm very excited for how this year goes. I mean, it's going to be a fun year, no doubt. The teams are getting better and better, and so we'll see how it turns out.
Woo! Yeah, football's here, baby.
Football's
let's
back,
go.
So let's
sorry,
talk a little
didn't mean to
bit.
scare you all there.
Actually, I can add on something else real quick. I'm sorry, but do you know what I really like to see good? One of the military school. I would like to see Army or Navy or even Air Force step up. I would love to see that. Have them a chance for a run. Yeah, because last year, I want to say Army had a great season until they played Navy, and then Navy just obliterated them out of nowhere, and Navy didn't even have that great of a record.
Yeah, and I mean, I think we all love rooting for the military schools. I mean, Army, Navy, whenever
how
they're
can you
having
hate
good
them,
seasons,
though?
Yeah, it's like, we
Right.
love getting behind that, and I was really pulling for Army to get into the playoffs last year.
And I like
but
their
they slipped
quarterback
up a
too.
few games, and so yeah. But let's talk a little bit about our Heisman watch.
Heisman race, a little prediction.
Yeah, so one of the big, when we coming into the season, some of the big name Heisman players, Cade Klubnik, we talked a little bit about at Clemson. He's a returning starter. He looked really good last year, especially towards the end of the year. So I see him playing really well at Clemson. I don't know about them winning the ACC, or I still think they're going to have a good chance of getting in the playoffs this year with Cade Klubnik, quarterback. I mean, he was super precision, or his accuracy was top tier. Yeah, sorry.
Precision.
Yeah,
there we go.
And so I would definitely watch out for him in the Heisman race. Who else we got?
I got Jordan Love at number 2 for Notre Dame. He's a great explosive running back, and it's going to be hard to take this man down. And he's very versatile. He can catch the ball too, and he'll run you over. I'm telling you, this kid is one kid to watch, and he can set the tone. And he had amazing yardage last year. I want to say, for sure, he got up to 1,000 yards, no doubt. And he was just a crazy athlete. Yeah. Like, this kid is something to watch, and he's a unit, man. And he should do really good. A lot of people don't have him ranked for a Heisman race, but I believe he's one of the best running backs in all of college football right now. I definitely have Jordan Love sitting at number 1 right now out of all running backs. And I think he's going to do really good.
Yeah, and he definitely showed his stuff last year during Notre Dame's playoff run, and I mean, he was a key component to that. So one of my favorite players in the country, and I think one of the overall best players in the country, is Jeremiah Smith at Ohio State, playing wide receiver. I mean, he took over some of those Ohio State games and made a huge impact. I've never seen there's not very many receivers that can take over games and make such a big impact to the offense as Jeremiah Smith did. I mean, he obviously against Notre Dame in the national championship, he catches the game-winning pass in the game. So I was a big fan of Jeremiah Smith, still am, and I think he's going to have a really breakout year and have a possibility of coming home and winning a Heisman Trophy. So who else we got on this list? Kyle, tell me a little bit more.
I got Garrett Nussmeier, number 4, veteran quarterback coming back, and I believe Garrett Nussmeier is one kid to watch. he could put up the stats, and he's great at throwing the ball. Like, he's going to get a lot of yardage like he did last year. But now it's just like, is he going to be able to lead his team further than last year and have a better record? Which I believe this kid has a chance to do some magic next year. He might be what they say, the next Joe Burrow, baby, for LSU. I got Garrett Nussmeier doing really good next year, and I got him at number 4 for the Heisman race because he is a veteran, and you got to be – when you're that veteran, like, you got to know the game. Like, you can't just take a sack. You got to throw the ball away, which, like, I believe he should be a veteran player and do smart things like that this year and make good plays. And I got Garrett Nussmeier, number 4, like I said.
Yeah. And so another Heisman watch I would look out for is Drew Aller at Penn State. He's playing quarterback for Penn State. Had a pretty good season last year. He made a few mistakes in the playoffs in the game they lost against Notre Dame last year. But he's a very veteran guy, very experienced. He stayed at Penn State for another year just to give him an opportunity to win a national title, for him to boost his resume, for him to have a chance at getting this Heisman Trophy. So I think Drew Aller is a good overall quarterback. The only thing I question about him is him making the big plays in the big moments, which he's had the tendency of not being able to do. So we'll see this year if he can change that and maybe solidify himself in a chance for a Heisman Trophy.
Oh, yeah, and then next is one of the favorites right now. Everybody thinks he's the favorite, but I don't know yet. He's got to prove himself.
He hasn't been an official
but
starter
I got number
all year.
6 right now. I got Arch Manning for the Heisman race for Texas. And like everybody says, he's starting his campaign for the Heisman. He got the helm of the Longhorns. Now let's see if he could lead this team. And, man, I'm excited for him. He could get a lot. I think he could get a lot of rushing yards this year. And he's a hard person to take down. And we saw it last year. They brought him in for some run plays because, oh, my God, I can't even think of his name. For Quinn Ewers, because Quinn Ewers couldn't run the ball. Quinn Ewers could take hits and go down. But Arch Manning, man, it was hard to take him down. And he really showed his speed for that long run that he had against, I don't even know really. But that long run that he had, which was crazy to think of. But I want to say that he beat out Eli Manning and he beat out Peyton Manning for the longest run out of all the Mannings, I want to say. Because they really didn't run the ball as much. And Arch Manning really showed his wills that game. And he just took off.
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree. I really like Arch. I'm really excited to see what he can do this year. I think he's a really great quarterback. His deep ball accuracy last year was top tier whenever he played in the games that he did, which I was really excited about. So it'll be really interesting to see how Arch takes over this Texas offense and how he plays this year. All right, so now we're going more into like this week. We got week 1 coming up, and so is there any teams that should be on upset alert? You know, is there any teams that have a good possibility of getting upsetted this week 1?
Oh yeah, man, I for sure I got Georgia Tech and Colorado. I loved watching Georgia Tech last year run the ball. They were amazing when they ran the ball, and I just loved the way that they actually ran the ball. And I love their quarterback.
Ball, right?
They had, I want to say that they had Hayes King last year.
Yeah.
Or King. I know it was King from last year, which I really loved watching him. And I for sure got the upset. I got Georgia Tech winning it. Barely, but I got them winning it. It's going to be a close game.
Yeah, and I mean, we're going to kind of get into our picks here in a minute. But, a team I think that should be on upset alert, which is really crazy. I'm hoping, we'll see what happens. But I think Texas A&M needs to be careful. But UTSA coming to College Station, you never know what happens week 1.
It's a bold statement.
And then another upset is Baylor and Auburn. Right now, Auburn's favored. And then they're going into Waco. And so I would be scared. I would like to see Baylor come in and, take down Auburn.
Oh, yeah.
Or I like to see Baylor take care of business and upset Auburn, an SEC team, in the first game of the season.
Yeah.
So, let's go ahead and move into our picks,
Yeah, you're ready for a little pick'em, little triple D pick'em.
Yeah,
we got triple D
go
pick'em.
get him. Yep. So
Let's start off. I mean, since you already had it up, let's go ahead and start with Georgia State.
Or
Georgia Tech
Tech.
and Colorado.
Georgia State. Yeah, you're
bad.
thinking of SBC, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, since you have it up.
Yeah, here we go.
So I'll start us off here. I like Georgia Tech. I've always kind of liked Georgia Tech, even when they used to run the double wing. But I think they play very aggressive, very hard-nosed football. So, and I think Colorado's not going to be nearly as good this year. They lost a lot of players. I'm not a big fan of Colorado, but I like Georgia Tech.
And we know, Kyle, you
I
already
was
picked
like,
up
you
for
didn't
your
know.
upset.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Georgia Tech.
But
I
you
was
can
like,
tell us, we already know. You already said them
I
in
was
the
going to say
upset.
Colorado. No,
Yeah, yeah, and I'm the only guy that I'm still leaning to the Buffaloes. I think Sanders is going to always bring something that you just can't have on. It's the intangibles. That's what I like about him. So. Not so fast,
Hey,
right?
well, you're gonna have a losing record
Yeah,
after that.
Yeah, you're gonna have to be the ones that keep track of that, right?
Oh yeah, we will.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump into the next
Who
one.
you got next?
Well, let's go ahead and go to the next pick coming in. This is the one that y'all just spoke about in upsets.
Okay. Auburn and Baylor.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
You know I'm picking.
I'm taking Baylor. I think Baylor's going to get the upset against the SEC team. Auburn is favored by, Auburn's favored, I think, by 2.5 points. Give me the Baylor Bears to beat them in Waco.
Kyle,
Home team.
what do you got?
Losing record. Let's go. All right, let's get it going. You already know who I'm gonna pick because I'm an SEC fan all the way. SEC. I'm going Auburn. I love Auburn. I love this team, and the SEC is just so dominant. The Big 12 has no idea what level they're on. Like they have no clue of what they're even talking about, really.
Right. Well, yeah. Well, for my pick, my heart says, hey, go with Baylor, but, my mind knows that, hey, look, I think everything's stacked up against Baylor. Auburn's still an SEC team. They have a big offensive line. I think they're gonna, they're definitely gonna take it.
Okay.
So that's
All right.
that's
stick with
what
Baylor,
we got. Yeah.
Watch out.
And then we'll look at the next one, and this is one that I'm sure y'all like. I know we got again another SEC team that's in it, but an ACC. Yes.
Yeah. So right now Alabama's favored over Florida State by about 13.5 points. I like that odds. I like the spread. I think Alabama goes into Tallahassee and beats them. Might be a little close first quarter, but Alabama's going to run away with in this game. Big win for Bama.
So you got Bama.
Yes.
Man. Why is everybody sleeping on I cannot pick Florida State. There's a lot of people that don't like Florida State and that they're all mad nowadays because they were hyping them way too much last year. They're going to hype them up again this year. Think they have another team. No, I got Alabama. I'm sorry to say this, but Roll Tide. I don't even like Bama. I'm tired of seeing them up there, but they're going to win.
Yeah, Bama's going to be the team. I just think Florida State is almost just completely into rebuild mode. I don't think they're going to be able to reload and go. I think it's still looking for the right players, trying to get the right players out of the portal. So Alabama all the way on that one. So, and then we'll get into our next pick. Now,
okay.
Yeah. So this is one that somebody talked about an upset. Garrett, you talked. I just, let me start this one off. I don't see it happening. UTSA has kind of become a rival of us, Texas State, fans and alumni, so we no way I could ever see UTSA, making that upset in this game. So Kyle, let's jump into you in the middle again.
All right, not so fast, actually. You know what? All I got to say is I got UTSA winning because UTSA, what was it? A couple years ago, UTSA was a really good football team. Yeah. And I think they're back to where they rebuilt a while ago when they were not so good. Yeah. I think UTSA is the team to watch out. It is the first week. Anything can happen. And there is going to be a lot of penalties. So y'all got to watch out, and UTSA might get lucky.
All I got to say is A&M is historically not very good against bad teams the first few weeks of the season. A&M has played some really smaller schools the first few weeks and played it really close. I think this year it bites them in the butt. UTSA is a good football team, and they go down to College Station and beat them on a last-second field goal. 17-14 UTSA.
Yeah,
a last-minute
field goal.
I don't see it. I don't see it. Well, we know I already have a feeling. Let's let Kyle start this one off because I think we already have a good idea, but we know a Tiger will win this game.
I was about to say, I was like, it's Tiger versus Tiger.
Yeah. So,
and they are playing I want to say they're playing at Clemson. So this is going, they're playing at Clemson. This is going to be a nail biter, I think, for LSU because LSU has not won their first game in the last 4 years. I think it's something crazy like that. Yes,
yeah. Now
LSU has not won the first game.
Now you're talking with some sense here. So go ahead, keep going.
But
you're a big
I'm an LSU fan. That is my favorite team. And look, you want me to say it plain out right now? I got LSU winning. Garrett Nussmeier is going to jump to number 1 for the Heisman race after this game. And he's going to put his name on the map for Heisman. I got Garrett Nussmeier getting some great stats for Heisman race. And he's going to bump Cade Klubnik down.
Okay.
All right. Well, Garrett, go over to you.
All right. I think both these teams coming into the season with really big expectations. They're both hoping to do really well. I don't think they're going to do nearly as good as their expectations are. LSU has been historically terrible the first game of the season. They are not good. Should have won last year. Last year was a tough one. I'll give it that. But I have LSU finally winning the first game of the season on the road. And give me the LSU Tigers. Upset.
And it is an upset.
Clemson is favored in this game.
Clemson is number 4. LSU's ranked number 9 right now in the standings.
This is one of those. It's a toss-up to me. But I'm going to lean towards LSU for the reason that I still think that they have, a Heisman hopeful, and I think they have the better offensive line across the board again. I always go with the teams that have the better offensive line, and I think that's LSU. So we all agree with you, Kyle. Can you believe that?
Crazy.
Go Tigers.
Can I change my pick? No.
Can you change your pick? Okay. Now you go with something that's a little bit unique. We don't get to see these kind of games in the first in the past, and now we do with the playoffs. And here you go. Look what you got coming up here.
Yeah, and I think this is an interesting one. I think this is the third game. This is the third game that we've already talked about. That's SEC versus ACC, and Syracuse was about towards the top of the ACC last year when it comes to competition and the record and everything. And then obviously Tennessee was pretty decent on the SEC side, making it to the playoffs. I have Tennessee winning this game. I think the spread I think it's 12.5 favorites. I actually think this game will be closer than most people think.
Yeah.
Especially going into halftime and even maybe into the fourth quarter. Tennessee is going to be sweating a little bit, but I think Tennessee pulls away in the fourth quarter and they win by a touchdown. So give me Tennessee.
All right, Kyle, what do you got?
Not so fast.
Oh, okay.
No, actually, I'm gonna listen to what he said, but I got they are playing in Mercedes-Benz Stadium, which Syracuse is not ready for that, I bet. but look, you got to look at it like this:
Atlanta?
Syracuse has some huge shoes to fill. They lost a veteran quarterback that was really good, that really helped them out last year.
Yeah, he led the league in passing yards, I believe.
I want to say Tennessee lost their quarterback through the transfer portal.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Because they weren't paying him enough because he wanted NIL money. So they both going to have new quarterbacks, I believe, starting. So I'm going to go with the SEC, of course. But we know an orange team's going to win.
Yeah, I can't see the Orangemen having anything, that's increased their ability to run the ball. They've always been the type that you see that they rely so heavily on the pass that I just don't see them being able to do much of anything against Tennessee's defense. So it's again another clean sweep for the SEC in this game. Yeah. So I'm going with Tennessee.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
What we got on next? Well, I guess we're going to find out, and here we go. So, all right. So, all right, here we go.
Utah and UCLA.
Right, here we go. There it is, Utah and UCLA.
Oh, a nice little Big 12 versus Big 10. So, I think this is a very interesting game because I think this game could go either way. I actually like UCLA. I think UCLA is in a rebuild right now, and they're really trying to get things going, get things better. First game of the season. This is kind of a toss-up. I believe Utah's favorited right now by 2.5 points. So Give me UCLA.
All right, you're taking the upset on that.
Hey,
one.
all right,
give
now
me
this
the
is where we
upset.
can actually say it. Not so fast. I got Utah winning
Wow.
barely by a smidge. By a
Smith.
field goal, maybe.
Had a rough year
I
last
definitely
year.
have Utah beating UCLA. UCLA thinks they have the money, but I think Utah's got the honey. No, I'm joking. Like, come on. Like, I got Utah winning that one.
All right, Dad.
Hey, I'm going to take the home team. I think UCLA, just being there in the Coliseum, I think it always brings a lot.
Heck
Yeah,
yeah.
there we go. So I'm going to
Pasadena.
go with UCLA on this one.
Great
so,
pick. Great pick.
Yeah.
Horrible pick.
Yeah, it's all a matter of perspective, right? So, and
Oh,
then our next one. Hey,
Oh, this
I
is a big
like
game.
this one, and
This
you're
is
going
a
to see this
big
one
week
come
one
up on the
game.
screen.
Rudy.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Kyle. Start us off.
Well, I already know who I'm picking because I really love the traditions. But who doesn't like the beach either? Like, come on, man. But no, I really like Notre Dame winning this game because their traditions match up to no other, and I just love their atmosphere there. And you just gotta have a feel for the game. Like, I feel like everybody that goes to Notre Dame just loves football there because their traditions and the school traditions follow forever. Like, their traditions are just crazy there. I love it there. But I love their running back, and I think gotta have a good run game, and I think that Notre Dame will have a great running game, and that's what's gonna really win them the game.
Yeah, and I think this is a great week one game. I mean, you got
Yeah.
two classic programs here, Notre
Yeah.
Dame, Miami, Catholics versus convicts back in the 1980s. Fun fact, if anybody knows what I'm talking about. But yeah, no, this is a classic helmet sticker game. I think it's going to be actually very close. I think Notre Dame usually starts the season off pretty rough. They got a new quarterback. Offensively, it's going to be rough, but I think Miami's defense is going to be a real problem for them. But Miami's offense is good. And then Notre Dame's defense is good. So it's going to be good against good, bad against bad, in my opinion. I think Notre Dame somehow squeaks out a win here. I like Marcus Freeman, like I said. So give me Notre Dame.
All right. Yeah. Well, man, this one was not so easy. And when you look at Notre Dame and all their traditions, I mean, the this is a fun one to watch, man. I mean, you got to like
1980.
early in the
Easy.
season. The first week of the season. I mean, that's what I said earlier. It just baffles me how the playoff systems already even helped us in these situations. We get week one great matchups. I mean. But now I'm going to stick to the script for the most part because I'm thinking Notre Dame is just able to make things happen, So
It's going to be close.
Notre Dame,
It'll be interesting to see Carson Beck in his first week at Miami.
So yeah, that was absolutely
Highest paid
a clean
quarterback, I think.
sweep. So and then oh man, let me see if we can get the next one up. Oh, this one's on a Monday night, so
This will be I think this is going to be a very interesting game. TCU, North Carolina. TCU is actually favored right now. Bill Belichick's first game as a college coach is going to be really fascinating. to
is
watch.
she gonna is his is significant other gonna be on the sidelines as a cheerleader? Because isn't she young enough to be a cheerleader?
Pretty
For
much.
for North
Crazy
Carolina.
statement.
Yeah, wow.
She's gonna be actually at the frat houses pre-gaming with him, right?
Yeah, who knows? But oh my
Yeah.
God! But anyways, go ahead, Garrett. Didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that's a good point. But yeah, I think this is going to be a toss-up. This is going to be a good game, really good game. TCU had a rough season last year, but so did North Carolina. Hopefully TCU has a better season this year. They bounce back a little bit. Fort Worth team, Texas team. I like TCU in this one. And
All
a close one.
And a close one.
Down to
All
last
right.
minute.
TCU is crazy, man.
Yeah,
Not so fast.
Yeah,
I know
go ahead,
TCU
Kyle.
is close to home where you live now, but I got North Carolina bringing in. Bill Belichick is going to turn this program around, and he's going to do it pretty good. I'm telling y'all, they're not just going to be known for a basketball school; they're going to be known for football too.
Aren't the Tar Heels
And I got-
like the Rams or
I got
something?
North
Don't they
Carolina
sound like
winning.
sheep or something. Yeah, go ahead.
I think
All
so,
right.
right.
Yeah.
I got North Carolina winning.
Yeah. Well,
No,
North
they're Tar
Carolina, you're going with the home team here, aren't you?
Yeah, and they're playing in Chapel Hill, North Carolina.
I like,
Nice
there's something about TCU I've always liked. And, they're the Horned Frogs. I know they don't sound like this or anything, but, they're Horned Frogs, and I feel like they can take this team that North Carolina's putting on the field. I just don't think Bill Belichick is that is that good as a coach to turn a program around this quick. So I'm sticking with TCU on this one, man. Yeah. And so that's my pick, man.
Okay. All right.
So, hey,
got next?
either hate it, you like it, or you hate it, right? So, and we may see. Oh, hey, look at here. We're gonna pull this one up here, and we're gonna bring this in. And hey, Texas State, baby, let's go. Hey, let's go.
Colors are all the same.
Yeah. Hey, Eastern Michigan is not no slouch for when we talk about this level of teams, because I mean, face it, they're just above. A lot of them are above the FCS, and they're just getting their programs really, even though they've been a while. But this was tough. But I always go with my, the eat 'em up Cats. Oh, I love my Cats. I got to go with them, and so I'm going to stick with the Cats in this one.
Yeah. I agree. And, it's very interesting coming up in the near future is Tech State's going to go to the Pac-10. And
Right.
Pac-10,
Pac-12.
Yeah.
Pac-10.
Pac-12,
Yeah, that's all the same.
yeah.
Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Now that they're rebuilding that conference, Tech State's going to be going up there, hopefully get a little more competitive, get a little bit more
Right.
money, a little bit more recruits.
Right.
And I think Tech State's got a really good chance at building a solid program, having a really good year this year. The Sun Belt's going to be very competitive. I have Texas State hopefully pulling out the conference championship for the Sun Belt. They're going to be tough, but yeah, I have Texas State winning this game, and it'll be very interesting to see. Texas State's close to home for us. We always keep up with them. We're big fans.
Yeah,
so
we've
go
been
Bobcats.
we actually been to some games too. So
Yeah.
All right, Kyle, what do you think? This is a toss up for you or what?
No, this ain't a toss up. I got Texas State winning. They got a lot of key players coming back, and I got them winning the Sun Belt too in the championship.
Wow,
I got Texas State. Yeah, Texas State's going to make some noise this year. They're rebuilding, but they're doing a great job rebuilding with their head coach.
Yeah, I really like the head coach.
Their
over
head
there
coach,
right now.
everybody loves him.
Yeah,
And he's
great
really
dude.
great with the players too. A lot of them get along with him, which is
All
good.
right.
fan.
So now we go to Garrett's old team. He threw track. You were on track and field team for McNeese State University, and here they are playing Louisiana Christian University in the first game. So
Yeah, I mean, I think the past few years for McNeese football has been very rough. As a fan and as an alumni going to McNeese, I've always pulled for them. I'm always rooting for them. But yeah, the past few years have been rough. Hopefully this year they can start rebuilding, start seeing some more positives, some more wins, and play a little more consistently and a little more competitive. So obviously I have McNeese winning this game. I have McNeese. I'm gonna pull for McNeese in every game. But yeah, hopefully they have a better season this year. I'm really pulling for them. Go Cowboys or go Pokes.
go Pokes, yeah, with that Louisiana style of spelling go, right?
Yeah.
So
Go
all right.
ahead, what you got?
Kyle.
Not so fast.
Get out of here.
No way.
What
Yeah,
does
come on,
LCU
Kyle.
stand for?
Louisiana
Christian
Christian
University?
University.
Yeah,
Okay,
I,
that's what
I
I was
said
gonna
it at
guess.
and they're a very small team, so we'll see how that
Honestly,
works out.
one of the Louisiana teams will win this one, right?
Yeah. Well, you better not go against your brother in this one.
All right, go Cowpokes.
Go Cowboys.
Yeah,
Right,
well,
no,
some
go,
people
go Pokes. Sorry,
Go
yeah.
Pokes, yeah, right. But
Those Cowpokes.
obviously we do this one. We throw these up here because we're alums, and
Yeah,
we
it's
want
alma mater.
we want to make sure that we follow our alma mater. So I'm gonna
not my alma mater.
yeah, it's not yours. But hey, now we'll get to yours, Kyle, here in just a moment. So that's clean sweep for McNeese. So we're over at Louisiana Christian. So in our next game pick, this goes basically to Kyle because this is the guy. This is where he goes to school right now at Texas Tech. So we'll let Kyle start this one off.
Man, all I know is the tailgate is gonna be fun, man. The tailgate for this game is gonna be awesome,
How are you
man.
gonna be there?
Yeah, I know, but you got Pat Green playing at Raider Alley, baby, for free. Tailgate's gonna be fun, and this is definitely gonna be a good game to get hammered because there ain't much to watch. Texas Tech is gonna dominate them. It's gonna be a statement, bro. Texas Tech is gonna put down a statement and be like, "We're making the playoffs this year." And we're going to do it by destroying them. I got the score being like 77-0.
All right.
I got Texas
All
Tech blowing them out. Like their fourth strings are going to be in the game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm obviously really excited to see Texas Tech play this year. I'm really excited and really hoping they have a great season as they could and should. Yeah, I have Texas Tech winning big in this game, and hopefully putting together a solid run this year. So go Raiders!
Oh man, should we get the party bus and go, man? Oh yeah, all right. We don't have one, so we need to make one. All right, so I'm with Kyle on this one. Yeah, Texas Tech all the way. It's going to be a blowout. There's not going to even be. I mean, there'll probably be. Everybody will be in the parking lot by the time back again in the parking lot by halftime.
And I did forget to tell you about a key factor that it is supposed to rain during the game, so that might play a big role in the game.
Right,
but
okay, yeah,
it ain't gonna.
Yeah,
I feel like Texas Tech is just run the ball. Just run the ball.
Yeah. So we'll skip that one for now, and then we already saw who won that one. So let me go over here, and they're playing right now.
Yeah, I think
Anybody got
I think they already played.
They just finished up, so we'll go ahead and go to our next pick. And I think that's actually it. Okay, for me. If you have
We have one that I can talk about right now.
But yeah, that one.
You want to talk about this one? I haven't pulled it up yet.
Well, okay, here. I could just mention this one real quick, just a brief statement. We do have South Carolina versus Virginia Tech, and I for sure got the Gamecocks. Cox for life. I got South Carolina winning SEC.
Yeah, I got South Carolina winning as well.
Oh, yeah, okay.
We'll do a quick one, yeah. South Carolina.
And well, now here I'm going to bring in our game of the
week, baby.
Yeah, here it is. And
Man,
this is a game of the week that we have to determine out of us three. 2 out of 3 wins. Who's going to take this game?
Okay. So yeah, I mean, I can't be more excited for this game. Week 1. We're going down into the Horseshoe, Texas-Ohio State rematch of the semifinals last year. And, I mean, if you remember, that semifinals game was extremely close.
That was the national championship.
Yeah, in my opinion, that was the national championship. I think they're the best 2 teams last year in the country. I think they're the best 2 teams this year in the country. I love them both. I'm super excited. But I think Texas, on paper, has a better team. They have more talent. But they're very inexperienced right now, very young. So, let's see if I can get my handy-dandy.
Oh, no. And if you didn't know, Garrett was a big Ohio State fan as well as a Texas
Ohio
fan.
State Buckeye. Is it upside down?
Yeah, I think it is.
No, I think you had it right. You could go ahead and hold it the other way.
Now.
Hold it the other way so you can see it right. Yeah, because it's mirrored.
What?
Yeah. There you go.
Give me the Ohio State Buckeyes.
This man.
In the Horseshoe.
Not so fast.
Give me the Buckeyes.
Not so fast at all.
Defending champions.
I got to do this one for Lee Corso because he's been wanting Texas to win. And I know the favorite right now is a 1.5 favorite, so barely Ohio State. But I got Texas Longhorns coming back with a key defense and some key players on the offense, and I got Texas winning by a field goal.
Oh, okay.
But a very close, low-score defensive battle.
Yeah,
Agreed.
This is a great, great matchup, and we can't harp on it enough. Thank God that the college football gods have said that we are having a playoff system so we can have games like this, early in the season. And so, man, this is so close. I have to just go with the home team. I think it's a toss-up, but I always feel like, in a situation like this, calls are going to need to be made, adjustments are going to need to be made, and they're not going to be able to make those adjustments in Texas when they're trying to get their plays in, and Manning is trying to get the calls out, or the center's trying to make the line calls. That crowd is going to be roaring. So, I'm definitely going with Ohio State in this particular matchup for that reason only. I love the Longhorns, don't get me wrong, but this is just too much of a toss-up. So I'm going with Ohio State, and they are going to be the team that will win it. Ohio State all the way. in this
Oh,
one.
yeah.
You're basically rooting for the fans. The fans are winning the game, basically. You're not even rooting for
Hey,
Texas.
That's why you have a home field advantage. You know that's what they.
they'll play in
There's a
Austin
reason
next year.
for it. If they were playing in Texas, I
they'll
would tell
play in
you that.
Austin next year.
I would tell you that Texas has a better chance of winning because they're at home. In this case, it's Ohio State. And people say, oh, well, the crowd noise doesn't make. No, you ask any coach, I don't care from high school on up, noise is a factor.
Yeah,
You
and-
try to do everything around it from your practices, and you still can't mimic how loud that crowd can be.
Yeah.
And there's no way around it.
And then you also bring in the fact of momentum.
Right.
Anytime you get momentum and then the team's behind you. Last thing I'll say is I think Ohio State wins this game to start the season off, but I have Texas winning the national championship. I
There
have
you
Texas winning it all this year. I think whoever loses this game will have the best possibility of winning the national championship.
I got LSU winning the national championship.
So yeah, I think that's pretty much all we got tonight. We probably should call
Wrap
it
it
quits,
up.
huh? Wrap it up.
We're going to be wrapping it up here on week one, the Triple D Hot Takes College Week 1 show. And, man, guys, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I
I
get to
enjoyed
sit back here and do all the technical stuff and listen to you. And y'all did a great
Yeah,
job tonight.
You did great too, Dad. Thank you.
Well,
We
we
appreciate you.
try. Well, I'll give myself a big. All right, so a little yeehaw here that y'all can't quite hear, but we'll, we're gonna go ahead and just sign out here. Do y'all have any last words? It's not your last supper, so you're good.
We'll be back next week for week 2. So y'all stay tuned for that. And we'll have a couple more segments next week for sure to talk about of like our favorite players of the week and who were outstanding and get awards and stuff, or like a sticker that we'll add on, and like a new segment that we want to include. But we have to have it done after the first week. We got to wait till the games are over and stuff.
But thank God college football is back.
Yeah,
It's so exciting, and it's gonna be a great week. And enjoy y'all Saturdays, man.
All right.
Enjoy.
Well,
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
there you go. God bless everyone out there. Thank you for joining us. If you did join us, we'll have it up on the YouTube, and you'll be able to see it. And we'll probably end up posting this on Facebook as well. So stay tuned. Next week we'll be right back, hopefully live, and we'll get you some more college football. All right. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night, and God bless.